No! Give me that vodka.
I'm sorry, I think you ought to leave this shop.
I'll sod you, bitch!
Should you ever try to get the goods back from them?
Only if you can do so in absolute safety and be sure of not getting hurt. Remember, people matter more than property. Don't take risks at all.
Time for another phone call, I think, Mike. Hello, what's your question?
Hello, Jill. We hear more and more about armed robbery. How should you behave if someone comes in with a weapon?
This, fortunately, is still a very rare occurrence. But if you do find yourself facing a robber, do exactly what you're told. Most robberies are over within 90 seconds. Cooperate. Give them exactly what they want. Don't step out of line in any way. And don't move quickly.
Stand, please. Yes, that's one. Yeah, thank you. That's your chain, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Yes, can I help you?
How did that kill you? Oh, please don't hit! Please don't hit me! Please don't hit me!
So the trick is, in a way, then, not to let anything unexpected happen which may provoke the robber.
That's right. Make sure the robber knows exactly who's in the premises, and if there is anybody that comes into the door, make sure the robber knows that they're approaching. And the same thing is true of any of your colleagues. Make sure the robber knows all the time what's happening in the premises.
Should you ever be tempted to have a go, as we sometimes read about in the papers?
Never have a go. Don't be tempted to have any weapons that you could use against the robber.
Hit me! Quick! Yes, you can have them! There are people in that room. They won't come out, I promise you. They won't come.
And if you're in the back room, what should you do?
The best advice is to stay there. Don't become involved in it. Observe what's going on and get as much as you can out of the scene so that later we, the police, have got some information about the robber. But don't become involved with the crime.
And what about the other customers in the shop?
Make sure that they don't become involved.
So your first priority is to get them out of the shop.
That's right, Jill. They've come to steal money, and they're going to use violence if necessary. Let's make sure that they don't hurt anyone. Let's let them get in, take the money, and get out as quickly as possible.
Get back! There are people in the back room! They won't come out, I promise you! I don't even muscle you!
So if you can't prevent them from committing the crime in the first place, is there anything positive that you can be doing?
Yes, Jill, there's a lot the victim can do. They can look for all the distinguishing marks of the robber. They can look for the height marker on the doorway, so that we've got some idea of how tall they are. They can look for if there's a vehicle used, for any information about the vehicle. Perhaps they might have somebody else involved outside. It's information like that that we need to help us investigate the matter afterwards.
Keep your eyes open. OK, Mike, so it's happened. The robber's got away with whatever he's got away with. What should you do now?
You've got a very serious crime scene. You must preserve the evidence. Lock the premises immediately. This is going to prevent the robber coming back in. Ask any witnesses to stay on the scene. And phone 999 and ask for police immediately.
Excuse me, do you mind staying here? I might need you as a witness. I have to call the police. Hello? There has been a robbery here. Yeah, my address is 63 to 65. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. It happened so quickly.
Make sure that you try and remember everything. Write it down. Every little detail will help.
Well, that's assuming that the assistant has their wits about them. I mean, they could be in a state of shock by this stage.
It's a very stressful situation. So sit down, gather your thoughts, and try and remember as much as possible.
But as you said, I mean, it is important to stress that occurrences like this are, thankfully, very rare. Well, Mike, thank you very much indeed. That's all we have time for in this programme. But in summary, what are the key points to bear in mind if you work in a convenience store?
Discourage the underage problem with the 16 to 18 rule. 16 for cigarettes, 18 for alcohol. If in doubt, always ask for identification. If you suspect that they are underage, be firm. Don't invite aggression, but don't let your shop become a soft touch either. When it comes to solvents, make sure you know the danger products. Look out for teenagers buying lots of the same solvents combined with cloths which they use for sniffing these sprays and other aerosols. Discourage shop theft by greeting every customer. Catch their eye so that they know you've seen them. Look out for suspicious behaviour, such as people wearing large coats on a warm day or carrying bulky open bags. Beware customers who look at staff rather than at what they are buying. If you spot a theft, get help from another member of staff. Only challenge if you really feel safe. If they leave with the goods, write down a description of the thief and what they have taken. Never leave the store. Reduce the risk of robbery by not keeping large amounts in the till. Put large notes straight into the counter cash unit. Keep the till closed when you are not using it, and don't leave keys lying around. And make sure you only count cash in a secure location. CCTV systems are only as good as the quality of the recordings, so keep the camera lens clean. Know how the equipment works and keep a proper tape library. Learn from your manager how to spot counterfeit notes and help to get them out of circulation. If you're unsure whether a note is genuine, ask for another. But if you think you've taken a counterfeit note, contact your local police for advice. If you find yourself in an aggressive situation, don't retaliate. No matter how fearful you are, try to stay calm. Stand away from an attacker and keep out of their reach. Use the alarm to get help from colleagues. This can activate a bell inside the shop that can cause an aggressor to think again. Whatever happens, never chase someone out of the shop. You could be running into trouble. In the rare case of a robbery, the first rule is to do exactly what you are told. Never be tempted to have a go. People's safety comes before property, so cooperate. Tell the robber who is in the shop, so there are no surprises. If the robber has not seen you, don't get involved. Stay out of harm's way. During a robbery, remember any distinguishing features and use a height marker. These details can help catch criminals after the event. After a robbery has happened, lock the premises and ask any witnesses to stay in the shop. Call the police immediately on 999. Let's give the right messages out to these thieves. Let's tell them there's no opportunities in this store. If they come in here, they're going to be greeted with good day. They're going to be watched. And if they're a genuine customer, they're going to be served and looked after. And if they're a thief, then they're also going to be looked after out of the door. Remember, you're selling an image of the store. That image should say safety.
Well, thanks very much indeed, Mike. And remember, if you want a copy of that guide to crime prevention, it's available from the Association of Convenience Stores. The telephone number is 01252 515 001. Thank you very much for listening and for your calls. From Inspector Mike Gillett and from me, Jill Dando. Goodbye.
ain't an American pit bull. It's a staff cross. Look at it.
It's an American fucking pit bull, mate. I'll give a grand for it. I bought it off a geezer who's a straight goer, not like one of you lot.
Well, he see you coming. What do you want for it?
Mate, I don't fuck all for him, mate. You can have him. Just don't want him round me. I bought him for the kid. She's fucked off with the kid. I don't want the fucking dog. Chewed up my big boy Langer, the little shit.
What's a big boy Langer?
Like a giant beanbag. Do you want it or not, Mike? I've got to go, mate.
Well, you got any thingy round you?
I'll never have it round me, Scott. Phone Danny. He's the mug still driving about with a big bag of wraps. That's why he's going to end up in a nick and I ain't.
Will he be back now?
With Danny?
Yeah.
I don't know, ring him.
You got his number, have you, Dad?
It's on my phone.
Look, what's the coup with the dog? Do you want it or not, mate? I've got to go, really, honestly. I'm fucking late.
Got any food or bits with it?